was first, but now it could appear that some other big brands that Meghan and Harry were associated with could now be getting very jittery. Exactly what are they? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. If you're wondering where I am today, this is Victoria Bus Station. It is a place that you may have taken a very first trip, say if you were going down to Eastbourne, Brighton, that sort of stuff. Let me tell you, this station was chock-a-block way back in the 40s, 50s and 60s with celebrities who were appearing in the West End shows and then returning down back to their homes on the coast. Yes, I know. There's always somebody talking when you are. It's so annoying, isn't it? Interesting to note with this particular story, though, Harry and Meghan, as we now know, have been, shall we say, relaxed, released, let go, whatever you want to call it, from Netflix and that big deal for Pearl, the animation that they were working on. It is a bit of a shame, in effect, because obviously we don't now get to see whether they can make it go or not. We've told you before here on the show that Meghan's very keen to strike up a new deal with another company, and that may suddenly come to light. The executive producer, David Furnish, is working on that now. Yes, alongside of course his paramour Elton John. They're very powerful people, you know, they will know the right people. But as we've seen with Meghan before, will she want to see it through? We've seen ideas like 40 times 40 for her 40th birthday last year. They start off well, they just fizzle out. And if you think about this is a project that Meghan allegedly has been working on now for over a year. But now, of course, all attention turns to other brands, in particular, how they're going to sell the book, and also the big deal with Spotify. That's the streaming giant, which Meghan has promised this summer to release her very first podcast about. Apparently, we're going to be seeing some radical podcasts, all about empowerment, women in the workplace, you know, the usual guff that's been done before. And while some of it may, of course, work in her favour, I'm not quite seeing that it's going to work in the long run. Now, we've also seen the likes of the Obamas depart Spotify for whatever reasons you may think. And we've seen Spotify being in the news for all the wrong reasons, you know, with certain people that they've signed, not signed, all of that sort of stuff. But right now, the bigger problem for Harry and Meghan is that if this particular deal with Spotify doesn't resonate with the public, and by that I mean enough streamers to justify the money that they've paid out so far, then there's going to be a big problem. According to them, they've got some really big names lined up to make sure the series goes with a bang. And apparently this is the week that Harry and Meghan will be taking along some of the interviews that they've already put down to tape for executives at Spotify to listen to. They will then make a decision moving forward, and as ever we have to say allegedly, as to if they feel that this particular project has got legs. Either way, my sort of insight would be that they will go with this because they've already paid for it. So they need to get something back in return. Now, whether it's good or bad or doesn't work or does work, seemingly the bigger problem will be that they'll get a lot of headlines. But as ever for Harry and Meghan, will it be the right headlines? Now, because of course of the Netflix deal going under, some people are suggesting that lesser people are coming forward to be interviewed. I would say that wouldn't be the case. If you're a celebrity, you would want to be pictured with Harry and Meghan. They are the ones that get the headlines around the world right now, good or bad. And if you're a celebrity, it's always about your picture with the people in the news right now. For Harry and Meghan moving forward, all remains to be seen after this week's meeting, whether Spotify and indeed them can say that this is going to be a podcast success. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in Victoria Station in the very heart of London.